Okay, now today we are going to create the section Our Work. And this is going to be a section where you can showcase all your work, what you do, the things that you make or don't make, or whatever you want to showcase in this section of your website. This is very important because it shows people what you do. And so we're going to get into this and I'll explain a little bit more to it, but it's kind of like blog posts. Each section is going to have different pictures of different things that you do, and or you can use it as like an affiliate site, whereas each picture you click on would be a different offer that you have. For me, it's cameras, so I could have a different camera from Amazon that people want to buy, or camera packages. You know, the sky's the limit. So just check this out. Alrighty then, here we are, back at our dashboard one more time. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our pages here, go back to the home page and edit that. And then the widget that we're looking for is called Portfolio, and it's right here. So to add pictures to it and to create a custom category for it, so we can see it inside the website. First, we're going to create some projects. Now you want to click on Projects and then All Projects. Now you're probably going to have a few in here. So, that's the demo thing that we did before. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete all of these because we're going to start brand new. And so all you have to do is just go to title, and so they're all checked right there. Then just go to bulk actions. You want to move them all to the trash, and then you want to apply. And then they're all going to be gone. Okay, so now we're going to create our first new project. Now remember, a project could be anything. It could be, like for me, I'm doing photography, pretend photography, because I'm not really a photographer, but I'm just doing this to teach you how to do it. And so in my work, what I put in Our Work, I might put cameras. I might put photos or demo work that I've done. I might put, I'll think of some things when we start doing this, but let's start doing one. Let's add a new project. I'm trying not to confuse you because it can get confusing if you let it. Okay, so I'm going to put a title here, and I'm going to put cameras, or maybe I'll put top of the line cameras. And so after you put your title in, you might want to scroll down, and as you can see, you can add an image. It's kind of like doing a blog. I got to move my face over here. And we're going to add what's called a featured image. So I'm going to upload a picture. It's going to be a featured image. And I'm going to upload this because this is going to be my store, actually. I could call it my camera store. That's what I should do. So we're going to set the featured image. Okay. I'm going to change the name of this to my camera. Okay. Now we're going to create the category for this image. So let's go back up here to the categories, and we want to add a new category. I'm just going to put store. You can put whatever category that you want. Remember, click here to add new category, and there it is. Okay, now one thing I want you to remember, when you're making your pictures, you want them to be 700 by 467 pixels. Okay, so if you upload a picture, let me go back to my picture here. You can always see, right, I have mine already set at 700 by 467, but you could always edit this image, and you could always change it if you want to. Or what I usually do is I will go to my folder here, and I will go to my photographs, my pictures, and if I go to that one picture, See, right here is the two pictures. I had to resize this one. But what I did was I right mouse clicked on it and I opened it with Paint. And you can resize it by just going here and then take off this maintain aspect ratio and make sure it says pixels. Okay? And then just make it 700 by 467. Now you can do that with all of your pictures because you want all the pictures to fit in these sections just perfectly. Okay, so that's one tip from Ray. Okay, so let's go back to what we were doing. Okay, now we created the section. Okay, we've named this section. I called it My Camera Store. Now in each section you're going to put all your stuff. So like I'm a photographer, like I said, so I got my camera store. So in this section I'm going to have everything that I'm selling in my store. Okay, that's one section. My next section might be on photographs that I did of landscapes. That would be another section. Or it could be photographs I did of weddings, or it could be photographs I did of graduations. So each section has its own pictures inside of it. So that's why you got to name each section a different category. So in this section right here, in my category of store, I'm going to add 2 more projects. So I'm going to have 3 projects for each section. So you create, or we could create one more together, and then you go ahead and start creating the last one on your own. So I will put in the next project, I'm going to add a new project. Well, first you got to publish this project. Don't forget to publish it, okay? Otherwise you can't save nothing. Okay, so now you should have a few projects and some categories. As you can see, I did one project with weddings, and they're all in the wedding category. I did another project with different photography equipment, and I put it in my store. So that's how you need to do it. And so once you're done with that, you want to go back. If you want to look at it, first of all, you got to place it into your My Work folder. So we're going to go back to our pages again, and we're going to go back to the home page, and we're going to edit that, and then we're going to find our portfolio again. Okay, so now we're going to the, I got to move me over here, portfolio widget, and we're going to edit the portfolio widget. And what we're going to do is we're going to add our categories in here. So if you notice right here, we have the categories that was installed with the demo content, so we can just delete those now. I'm going to put in my categories that I created. I created my store, and then you put a comma, then you put another one, then I did weddings. And you keep going. So if you have more categories with more projects that show off more of your work in different sections, then you just keep adding them to there. Now we can change the title here. It's called Our Work, but I'm going to say My Projects. Okay. And so up here you were going to put how many of the categories you want to show. So if you had 10 different categories, if you keep this -1 here, it's just going to show all of them. So just for now, I'm going to keep that -1. Now I want you to click on layout here so we can edit the padding. So the top padding, so we're going to put 70 for the top padding, and make sure all the other padding is 0. We want 0, 0, and 0. Now click done, and now get my face out of there again. Click on the spanner for the row because we want to edit the row. Now click layout, and for the top we're going to put 0. And then what we're going to do next is make sure that the layout, the row layout here, is full width and stretch like it is here. So if it's anything else but that, make sure it's that. Then we're going to click done. And now make sure you click update. And great, the section's all done. So you can make as much or as little as you want. So we're gonna, once we've updated, I want to go back now and see what my site looks like. Notice I changed this from the red welcome to my studio to the blue. Doesn't it look a lot better? So as you can see, I had show all my projects. So, this is my wedding pictures right here. These are my camera pictures. So inside of these, if I wanted to write something about them, so this would be like a post for my camera. So this would be the large weather rain cover camera for Nikon, or a cover for Nikon, what could I say? And so down here is where you would have your story or whatever you want to put down there, advertising this cover for this camera. So you see, folks, you can showcase all of your work here. I mean, sky's the limit. So, just think of those pictures there for our work section as kind of like blog posts. So if you have, like, say, the camera bundle that I showed, if you click on that, it's going to open up another page. And in that page is where you will have the description of that camera bundle, how much it costs, what the discrepancy or the technology or whatever is about this camera bundle, and the price and whatever. And so you could have this as kind of like an affiliate section if you're going to do affiliate marketing. So I think it's kind of cool.